I miss all of you so much. I'm really happy to be back, and I have had so much artistic inspiration today with writing, with YouTube ideas, with novels, music, just everything. And so I am so excited to officially tonight start up everything related to my YouTube channel, my website, all my social media, which I've been neglecting, YouTube videos, everything. I did graduate from Pepperdine. This is my little graduation tassel, but I'm still in a dorm room because I'm taking a summer course. I am in astronomy. We've been doing stargazing labs, and it's amazing to me realizing how tiny and insignificant we are, but not only us as people, our sun, our solar system, it's just so insignificant, nothing special about it when we look at our whole galaxy, and then there's thousands and millions of galaxies in our universe, and so the class is so fun. The best thing though going on over the past couple of weeks post-graduation has been my brain being stabilized. If you watched my last video, I was crying in it talking about bipolar symptoms. Right now I am forming and re-realizing and recognizing what my identity is going to be going forward, and I think I've spent the past year losing myself and trying to find myself over and over again, because depression is hell in the sense that you lose your sense of passion and reality and vitality. Everything just seems like nothing. I'm the type of person who has always been able to deal with pain well. I don't mind being hurt or broken. I think that's part of being human. But the thing about depression is it's not painful. It's not anything, and that's why it's so terrifying.
Think I'm addicted to the pain.
When I'm just in the present and I think about how I'm normal, it's easy to just forget that the past year has happened. But once I get home and I do a lot of counseling, I'm just gonna start sobbing, remembering it. But since I am out of the worst bipolar symptoms for now, I'm going to talk about some things that I miss about being bipolar. I hope that you're understanding from this video that I'm kind of trying to find positives in the awfulness, because I think that's the only way you can keep going. But these are 7 things that I love about bipolar disorder. Number 1, vivid dreams. This is the first symptom I ever had. I remember Googling and being like, vivid dreams, like why? And it was like pregnancy. and so I had this inside joke with my roommate at the time that I was pregnant because I just kept having these extreme dreams. I would wake up and it was like these movies that went on, like novel storylines, just so intense and in depth. And it wasn't like waking up from a dream that's so weird, it's actual storylines. Once I got really bad depression, sometimes my dreams felt more exciting and more real than my actual life, because I would wake up and with depression you have this fog around you, your mind slowed down, it just doesn't feel like anything, but then I would be alive and fully there in my dreams. I would do basic things in my dreams. I would like take out the trash, do my laundry, do my homework, email people back, call my mom, like really specific things. And I was like living my life through my dreams, but then also there would be these like amazing experiences that I'd have with people. Of course, the reason dreams are so vivid is because with depression, you're in REM sleep for most of the night. So you're dreaming so much, but that's in exchange for not being in deep sleep. Number 2, extreme creativity in writing. I'm a writer, and it's been my identity since I was 6 years old, and I'm always constantly writing poems, short stories, novels, video scripts, stuff for my website. And so when I'm manic, I will just get like these inspirations, and in like 30 minutes I'll have like 2 different poems and like story ideas and like all these video scripts and like all this inspirational writing stuff, devotionals, like it'll all just like come out of you like inspiration, like so fast, and it's the best feeling ever. I wish I could just like turn on that manic inspiration and have none of the other bipolar symptoms, because it's amazing. And I think these like hypomanic bursts are honestly what got me through it, because you'd have depression for so long, but then you'd spike up and you'd remember what it's like being alive. It broke it up for me, and it reminded me who I am and like why life is so amazing and passionate, because you know it but you can never feel it in depression. The awful part of those manic bursts was that they would last like a day or 2 or even a few hours, and then I would crash into the worst depression where I just felt like physically, mentally, like the world was like a blur, and I like was a ghost or a phantom here and not actually existing. So objectively, that creativity created something awful afterwards, but in the moment, intrinsically, I loved it. The third one is kind of twisted, but it's the extreme comfort and just the feeling of safeness and security when you're under your covers, when you are depressed. I watched this TED Talk describing depression as a really comfy pair of slippers that you always want to have on, and that was the most perfect explanation, because everything outside of your room, your apartment, it just feels like not safe. It feels so uncomfortable, and you just like, you don't want to be there. It's kind of like if you're an introvert, the feeling of being drained, you just want out. And so when you're just in bed and you're under your covers and you're like snuggled up with your pillow and you're just able to lay down and do nothing, like that initial feeling is amazing. It just feels so nice, so comfortable. And of course the problem is that you never want to leave, and like once you're there for like a couple hours, you just realize that like you're doing nothing, and you just feel like your body's a shell and you're just feeding it, and yeah, you're just like not there, you're not cognizant at all. So the fourth one is when I'm manic, feeling like so elated and happy and just like my life is perfect, everything's amazing. It's just like this extreme euphoria in how I view my life. Every little boring, insignificant detail about what's going on is so amazing and inspiring and makes me so happy. It's just this feeling of like, you know, finding like gems and diamonds and like everything around you. It's really fun. Number 5 is inside jokes I have with my friends. I was really scared to tell people that I was bipolar, even a lot of my close friends. It took me a while, but once I did, everything was a lot more fun because we would like be going to CVS to get my medication, and my friends would be like, Liz is getting her drugs, like Liz is taking her drugs, and it was just really funny. And then during spring break this year, I was going on a road trip with 4 of my friends, and I forgot all my medication at school, which was awful. I almost started crying when I found out, but I was like, no, I have to be calm, there's nothing I can do. So we went searching for lithium because I remember vivid memory of seeing a lithium pill bottle, not prescription, but over-the-counter lithium at a store, but that doesn't exist. So instead, we found this lithium spray, and of course, like the consistency was not at all close to my dosage, but I had this lithium spray, and I was like, and it had some weird like flavor. It was good. And one of my best friends smokes, so he would be on his smoke break. I would stand next to him with my lithium and be like, so we had like our drug break together. So that's just like a really funny memory that wouldn't have happened unless I was bipolar. And on the road trip, we created a hashtag, life without lithium, and it was just like a joke the whole time. I was like, we should start like a TV show, life without lithium. And that's just something that has really stuck. Now when I take my drugs, I'm like, life with lithium. So I guess if you have a mental illness, I just recommend telling people about it because it just creates a lot of humor, and it's just a lot better to just have it all out in the open and just make it a normal part of your life. I'm just very open with everyone now. I'll just tell people that I have bipolar, acquaintances in my classes, people I'm not even close to, just because I'd rather have more people aware that there's normal people who can live with a mental illness. Number 6 is restless cleaning sprees. I am someone who tends to get consumed in tasks and who likes cleaning, but that was really exemplified when my symptoms were really bad. I remember one time, I guess I was in a mixed episode or something, but I was cleaning my bathroom. It took me like an hour, and I was meticulously cleaning each tile in the shower, just like so like detailed, everything so detailed. I mean, I love clean things, so it was always great, but it's just kind of like I would get so consumed in it, like I couldn't stop. That's what I think is so crazy to me about like manic and depressive like actions you do during those phases, because it's like, you know that what you're doing is illogical sometimes, but you still do it anyways. Like you can't stop, you're not really in control. It's just so interesting. Number 7 is getting no sleep but having so much energy, and this only happened before I went on any medications. I would have like these spikes and just not be able to sleep. Sometimes I would sleep for a few hours, sometimes it was just not sleep at all, but I would just have so much energy I wouldn't need to sleep. I was like doing so much like artistic writing, working out, and I don't know, I'm someone who likes being awake at night anyway, so just having so much energy without having to sleep, having more hours a day to work, it's a really cool thing. I feel like most of these were manic symptoms just because obviously my mania is hypomania. It's very chill, and unless I'm like off my drugs, it doesn't get to anything that's really scary to me. There are things that I've learned about myself from depression and mania. I think the biggest takeaway for me from this whole mental illness experience is that I tended to rely too much on my emotions, and now I understand that I can be happy, excited, in love, mad without feeling that so intensely. And so I think now I'm more balanced with my logic and emotional sides of my brain. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!